What if I told you there's a technique so simple that all you have to do is repeat a specific number sequence before falling asleep, and that alone could completely change the financial flow of your life? Sounds like magic, doesn't it? However, the true story of Cynthia Stafford, a single mother who once struggled in Los Angeles, is living proof of what I'm about to share. She applied this method with discipline for months, and in the end, it wasn't just that she won the lottery, she won the exact amount she had imagined, $112 million. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could that be true? Ridiculous. That's what you're thinking, right? But let me tell you, this was the result of a profound spiritual technique taught by the mystic Neville Goddard, a man whose teachings have guided thousands to break through their material limits. Yes, that Neville Goddard, and I believe in him, do you? Before I share the details of this method with you, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment that says, "My mind creates my reality as I sleep." By doing that, you're reactivating the deepest layer of your subconscious, the place where all miracles begin to form. Because what I'm about to share is not just theory, it is a concrete roadmap that leads to real change in your life. Throughout my journey in personal growth, I've met so many people looking for a miracle, hoping there's some secret door that will lead them out of struggle and into the land of abundance. But here's the thing, that door isn't out there, it's inside you. And if anyone has ever clearly, powerfully, and surprisingly simply laid their hand on the key to that door, it was Neville Goddard. Do you know Neville? He wasn't a scientist. He didn't hold shiny academic titles or invent complex formulas. Instead, he brought you a deep reminder that you are the creator of your reality, not through effort, not through hardship, but through your imagination. And he didn't say that like a poet. He said it like a teacher, serious, firm, and full of faith. So what was that faith? Neville believed imagination is God in action. Imagination is God acting within you. Stop for a moment and reflect on that. Imagination isn't something vague or whimsical. It is a divine creative force, and you have it right now. You don't need to wait for the government to change, or for the market to improve, or for someone to give you a break. You just need to visualize yourself as the person you want to become. And if you hold on to that image long enough, vividly enough, and powerfully enough, then no matter how much your current reality resists, it will eventually surrender to your belief. Once you understand the power of imagination, what Neville called God in action, the next step isn't to wait, it's to use the right moment. And I want you to pay attention to this, because it might be one of the most important pieces in transforming your life. The moment just before you fall asleep. You might think that's just the time you lie down and rest, like most people do. But I'm here to tell you that it is the most powerful moment of your day. That's the moment the door between the conscious and subconscious opens. Like the back door of a warehouse that is normally locked tight, but in that moment, it opens just enough. And it's waiting for you to step in, or for an image, a belief, a feeling to enter and take root. Neville called it the hypnagogic state, the dreamy state before sleep. And do you know what happens when you whisper to your subconscious at that moment? It does not argue, does not doubt, and does not resist. It simply receives. Unlike during the day when you say, "I am wealthy," and your logic snaps back, "Where's the proof?" At night, before sleep, you are the director of the stage. And the subconscious is the most trusting audience you will ever have. The question becomes, what will I place into that door? And this is where we talk about a simple, powerful tool that is often underestimated, a number sequence, but not just a random set of numbers. The code 424128 isn't just a string of digits to repeat like a robot. No, it's a resonant formula carrying within it frequencies of stability, connection, beginnings, and unlimited prosperity. And I don't want you to just read these numbers. I want you to feel each one. 4 represents foundation, stability. It's like the strong base of a home. Without it, anything you build will collapse. 2 is harmony, connection. Without 2, there is no balance, no rhythm, only noise. 1 is the starting point, decision, action, the seed of a new future. And 8 is the symbol of infinity, the never-ending flow of prosperity. And when you align these numbers in the exact order, 424128, you're creating an energetic password, a thought frequency your subconscious can understand. And the amazing thing is, you don't need to believe in it right away. You just need to practice it consistently, and one day you'll begin to see small shifts begin to happen, then they grow, and reality begins to appear right before your eyes. Do you remember Cynthia Stafford, the single mother who won $112 million? So what exactly did she do to manifest that amount? Every night, before drifting into sleep, she visualized a check. In her mind, the check had green ink, a specific frame, and a weight in her hands. She heard the cheers of her children. She felt the release in her chest when the bank confirmed the money. And you know what happened? Her brain believed it was real. And when you believe something long enough and deeply enough, reality has no choice but to conform to that belief. I want you to understand this clearly. Your brain doesn't know you're imagining. It only knows sensation. It only knows repetition. And if you keep replaying the image of what you desire with detail, consistency, and emotion, your brain will begin restructuring your beliefs, behaviors, and inner programming to move you toward that exact vision. So don't just close your eyes and say a few words. See, feel, hear, touch. Turn your imagination into a vivid movie, one that plays every night before you sleep. And you'll see, just like Cynthia did, the universe will begin playing a supporting role in the movie you direct. And if you still don't believe it's real, then listen to what science says about it. Neuroscientists have studied the pre-sleep state, the hypnagogic state, and especially REM sleep, where the brain enters its most powerful restructuring phase. And do you know what gets prioritized during that stage? Not logical information or to-do lists, but rather the things you feel intensely, the images tied to strong emotion, and the things you repeat with belief. Do you see the connection? When you visualize the result, for example, holding the check, hearing your kids laugh, feeling the freedom of financial abundance, and then repeat the number, code 424,128, like a secret caption to your subconscious, you're creating what science calls emotional encoding. And those emotional recordings, played each night and awakened in subtle shifts each morning, will begin to restructure your beliefs, expectations, and eventually your behavior. You see, this isn't mysticism anymore. This is the science of reprogramming belief. And you can start tonight. No tools required beyond your imagination and your inner commitment. Wonderful. We've talked about the principles, we've touched on the science, and we've uncovered the code 412-424-128 as a frequency aligned with prosperity. But now, I want you to truly begin to act, because knowledge without application is just decoration, and you deserve much more than that. So how do you practice this technique most effectively? Very simple, but it requires discipline. Let's begin like this. From day 1 to day 7, your task is to clarify exactly what you want, down to the last digit. Don't just say, I want to be rich. Instead, decide, I want 5 billion, 10 billion, or just like Cynthia, $112 million. Be specific to the last penny, then create a vivid scene that shows clearly that you've already achieved it. Maybe you're signing to receive the money or giving out scholarships now that you're abundant. Touch, smell, hear, see, and taste everything you can in that scene using your mind. And don't forget to memorize the code 44242 and 828. The code you'll repeat like a neural melody etched deep into the subconscious. From day 8 to day 90, each night before going to sleep, you'll enter the dreamy state where the door to the subconscious opens widest. In that space, visualize the entire scene with all 5 senses. Hear the applause, smell the paperwork, feel the smile on your face when you know it has arrived. And when emotion is peaking, repeat the number code 424,128 exactly 45 times, each time with deep gratitude, as if it's already real. Then let your mind drift into sleep, filled with fulfillment and ease, because you've planted the seed the right way. By this point, you already have all the tools: a clear goal, a vivid image, a sacred code, access to the subconscious, even a 90-day rhythm. But pause with me here, because I want to share with you 4 life or death principles, the ones that decide whether you merely understand this or truly transform your life. Principle 1, don't visualize the process, only the result. I know you're practical. You want to see, how do I win the lottery? Who's going to call me? Where do I buy the ticket? But guess what? That's the universe's job, not yours. Your job is to see the check already in your hand. Let the invisible system handle the rest. The more you visualize the in-between, the more you dilute the energy of the destination. Principle 2, never practice while anxious or desperate. You can't plant seeds in soil soaked with doubt and expect flowers. If your emotions are full of lack or fear, stop. Instead, breathe, meditate, or write down what you're grateful for. Then practice, because the mind only receives when you are in harmony. Principle 3, absolute consistency, no skipping allowed. Cynthia didn't miss a single night for 4 months. No, I'm busy, I'm sleepy, or I forgot. Just commitment. And you must be the same, because skipping even once sends the message to your subconscious that, I don't believe. And we both know what happens to the things you don't believe in. They don't come. Principle 4, respect the incubation period of the mind. This is not a magic switch, it's a process like pregnancy. Seeds need time. You don't dig them up every day to check if they've sprouted. You plant, you water, and you trust. The universe isn't late, it arrives right when you are truly ready. My friend, if you remember these 4 things and practice as if there's no plan B, then your miracle isn't a question of if, but when. And I believe that when is getting closer with every night you repeat 424,128. You remember, don't you? In the previous section, we talked about planting the seed and trusting. But now let me emphasize a key truth. This is not a lucky hack. This is a method, a repeatable process, a skill you can learn, and more importantly, a power you can master. Cynthia Stafford didn't buy luck. She had no one backing her, no magic spell. The only thing she purchased was self-discipline. And I'm not talking about military rigidity. I'm talking about spiritual discipline. The courage to choose a goal, imagine it, live with it, repeat it, night after night, until the universe can no longer ignore it. You don't have to chase destiny or beg the universe to treat you better than others. You just have to align yourself with what you desire. Because in the end, reality is simply a mirror. It reflects what you believe, what you feel, and how you act as if it's already yours. I want you to understand this. There is nothing mystical about someone shifting from poverty to freedom. The only mystery is the persistence of their belief, while the outside world still doubts them, sees no results, and even mocks them. But if you stay steady, the world will have no choice but to adjust to match the new truth inside you. So, my dear friend, if you're tired of waiting for the miracle to knock, then do the opposite. Become the miracle from within. Don't chase luck. Become the kind of person luck can't ignore. And if you're ready, tonight can be your starting point. No sacred candles needed, no lucky date required. Just you, a clear scene, a secret number, and a promise to yourself. I won't stop until I become the living proof of this method. And so, we've come to the final part. You've heard all about the technique, the number, the mind, and the real-world evidence like Cynthia Stafford. But do you know what I've learned after working and sharing with millions? Many know, few do, and only a rare few go all the way. Success never lies in the flashiest story. It lies in the quietest discipline. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't spend a few minutes each night to practice, no one can do it for you. The universe doesn't respond to the just curious. It responds to those who act as if what they desire is already real. Now I ask you one question, not for me, but for you to answer for yourself. Are you ready? Ready to visualize your dream as already achieved every night? Ready to repeat 424,128 as a sacred commitment to your future self? Ready to let go of doubt, delay, and easy excuses? Because, my friend, dreams don't manifest because you like the idea. They appear when you plant them in your mind each night, like a sacred seed, and water them with unwavering belief. If you only think about what you want, you're still outside your dream, but if you feel it is real every night, then sleep in gratitude that it's coming. The material world will begin to bend, shift, and transform what you once imagined into what you live. You now have the method. Now you have a choice. And before you turn off the screen and enter tonight's sleep, I just want to say one last thing. Don't wait for a sign from the outside. You are the sign the universe has been waiting for. Personal perspective. I believe we've underestimated the power of the subconscious mind for far too long. Instead of merely hoping for luck or working ourselves to exhaustion, it's time for you and me to return inward, to the place where imagination flows like electricity. Whether you desire wealth, health, or peace, start with a clear image before sleep, and never underestimate what's happening in your dreams. Our sharing ends here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or you'd like to share your thoughts or feelings about this video, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I truly look forward to hearing your feedback and questions so we can discuss and grow together. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to help spread this valuable information far and wide.